You're watching WYLN TV 35. Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Julia Wiegand. Officials with Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton hosted a web meeting this afternoon to update the community on the coronavirus crisis. The hospital currently has 22 patients that have tested positive for the coronavirus, while it peaked at 30. The intensive care unit has not yet been pushed beyond its limits, and staff's been working long hours but handling the situation pretty well. Doctors still urge people to continue to practice social distancing, washing their hands frequently, and wearing masks when out in public. We'll have more from the doctors and officials at Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton on tomorrow's newscast. A COVID-19 drive-through testing site is now set up in the parking lot of Mohegan Sun Arena in Wilkes-Barre Township. Today, it was open to eligible healthcare workers and first responders. Tomorrow, people 65 and older qualify for the testing. New traffic patterns have been set up around the arena to prevent people from exposing others. The site's only accessible from exit 168 off Interstate 81. Cars leaving the site can only drive directly onto Interstate 81 southbound. Live traffic updates are available by visiting PennDOT's website. Governor Tom Wolf's taking cautious measures to restart online vehicle sales in construction. Senate Bill 841 would allow construction projects to resume statewide May 8th. It also provides flexibility on property tax deadlines and allows for remote public meetings. The bill also allows approved, qualified notaries to perform online notarizations, which will allow car dealerships to conduct limited car sales and leasing online. Auto dealerships continue to remain open for repairs to vehicles and auto parts sales. The limited steps will be observed closely in the coming days and weeks to make sure they don't result in a rapid increase in COVID-19 cases. The governor also vetoed Senate Bill 613 that would have let thousands of PA businesses reopen their doors. 2 more coronavirus deaths were reported in Luzerne County. The Pennsylvania Department of Health announced yesterday a change in the way it reports COVID-19 deaths. The department's now including electronic and probable cause deaths in its daily statistics. Positive cases of the virus increased by 29 in Luzerne County, bringing the total to 1,741. The death toll stands at 34. Now, as of today, over 33,000 cases were reported in the state. The total number of deaths in Pennsylvania is 1,204. Governor Tom Wolf's stay-at-home order remains in effect through April 30th. A suspect wanted for a shooting death in Hazleton last year was captured in New York City and extradited back to Pennsylvania. Chandrell George was wanted since February of 2019 for a shooting inside the Lucky Charms bar on East 5th Street in Hazleton. George allegedly shot 2 men, Todd Martin and Alex Bonilla. Martin died from his injuries. George was apprehended back in November and was medically cleared and authorized to be brought back to Pennsylvania in light of the coronavirus pandemic. He was charged with criminal homicide, aggravated assault, and recklessly endangering another person. 2 people were taken to the hospital following a crash Saturday afternoon near Shenandoah. 2 cars collided at the entrance of Gold Star Plaza along the Gold Star Highway shortly before 3 p.m. A driver and passenger of one of the vehicles was taken to an area hospital for treatment of minor injuries. The driver of the other vehicle fled the scene on foot, but returned a short time later. Construction projects in the greater Hazleton area are at a standstill during the pandemic. The old Airport Road project in Hazel Township is delayed due to the construction ban. In the city of Hazleton, officials are waiting on extensions for grants it secured for various construction projects. The city applied for $2 million in loans and set aside money for street improvement projects. Grants were also secured for City Hall upgrades. The governor announced today that it may resume statewide Friday, May 8th, in accordance with safety guidelines. Protests against stay-at-home orders have been popping up nationwide, including right here in Pennsylvania. Protesters converged at the State House today in Harrisburg. Officials were made aware of the gathering and advised against it. Health Secretary Dr. Rachel Levine said if the protesters do not practice social distancing, then they're putting themselves at risk. Several organizations were behind the rally, including Reopen PA and End the Lockdown PA. The goal is to get elected officials talking about lifting restrictions in a safe way, so people can get back to work and a somewhat normal daily life. Around 1,000 people were expected to attend today's rally in Harrisburg. The COVID-19 outbreak poses a unique challenge for volunteer fire services. Wyln's Phil Kaufman has the story.
Fire service personnel are among the many disciplines of first responders helping our communities with this outbreak. Many have lost jobs, other sources of income, and it's no different for volunteer first services, which depend on the financial support of their communities to provide life-saving services.
It's very important for us to all understand we're in this together. We need to stay home, stay safe, and stay healthy.
To finance their operations, volunteer fire companies hold fundraisers, carnivals, breakfasts, dinners, and barbecues, which assist greatly to pay the mortgages, utilities, and loan bills for volunteer departments. Please consider a few suggestions on how to pitch in and help. Seasonal fire safety tips like these can help reduce the number of calls fire companies receive.
By now, we all may be getting a touch of cabin fever. This is the time that we can catch up on some of those do-it-yourself projects that we've been putting off for a long time. If you are going to do that, please be careful, wear the proper protective equipment for the job at hand, and don't take any unnecessary risks. You need to consider that all the extra electronic devices that we're using now will require some place to plug them in. So please don't overload outlets, don't run extension cords and put too many plugs into one extension cord. This is also not the time to be doing outside burning. March, April, and May are the worst times for wildland fires in Pennsylvania. So please avoid open burning.
The Commonwealth depends on volunteer fire departments to protect lives and property each and every day. Approximately 97% of the departments currently operating in Pennsylvania are entirely volunteer-based or have some component of volunteer staffing.
Any time that to do something that would require an emergency response, you're taxing the system of those folks that are trying to take care of others, especially if it could be avoided.
While the Pennsylvania Office of the State Fire Commissioner and State Fire Academy facilities are closed to prevent the spread of COVID-19, their staff continues to work hard to ensure the impact of this crisis is minimal and are doing their best to provide continued customer service during this time.
For those firefighters who are looking for more resources to help you with operations and training, please visit our website at osfc.pa.gov and look for the COVID-19 resources link. There you will find some ideas for training and possibly some new ideas for best practices that will help you as we go along. Again, everybody, please stay safe.
Reporting from Wyln News, this is Philip Kaufman.
Thanks, Phil. Coming up on Wyln News, filing taxes and stimulus check updates, plus limited curbside pickup for your adult beverage needs. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the Wyln Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
My name is Alexander Bonoma. I'm 12 years old, and get your umbrellas out because tomorrow's Wyln forecast is rain.
Hey everyone, Anthony Damiano here, physical therapist from Physical Therapy and Balance Centers in Hazleton. And today I want to talk to you guys about movement and how important movement is. The World Health Organization compares inactivity to even cancer when it comes to mortality and morbidity rates. They even talk about how prolonged sitting can put you at higher risk for diabetes and heart disease. So, It is important to keep moving. If you sit at work or sitting at home during work, it's important to try to stand once an hour and perform around 30 minutes of physical activity a day. That could be anything from light to moderate exercise. That could be within your own home using your own body weight. So from us at Physical, we just want to remind you to keep moving.
Wyln presents Community Update on the Coronavirus, Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. with rebroadcast at 7 p.m. and 10 a.m. the following morning. Brought to you by the Lehigh Valley Health Network, PBS 39, Adams Outdoor, and WYLN TV 35. We're your local network.
Rite Aid will be opening up a COVID-19 testing site in Plains Township Wednesday. It's one of 11 new locations that Rite Aid will be opening in Pennsylvania, New York, New Jersey, Ohio, Delaware, Idaho, and Michigan. The drive-up locations will use self-swab nasal tests overseen by Rite Aid pharmacists. The testing site on River Street in Plains Township will be open from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. 7 days a week through online appointments that'll take place in the store's parking lot. People must remain in their vehicles from the time they arrive until they depart. Pennsylvanians are encouraged to electronically file their tax returns during the pandemic. Even though the deadline for filing 2019 tax returns was extended to July 15th due to the pandemic, it's a good option to file electronically. The extension gave taxpayers an additional 90 days to file from the original deadline of April 15th to help prevent the spread of COVID-19. The processing of paper returns and paper check payments submitted while the office is closed will be delayed. Taxpayers and tax professionals are encouraged to visit the Department of Revenue's COVID-19 information page at revenue.pa.gov. The IRS is allowing those who haven't received their stimulus checks yet to track their status. The IRS wants to remind those who are eligible for the stimulus relief check that they've already started the process of sending payments, and most people will not have to take any action, so do not call. You can visit irs.gov/coronavirus for all the latest information on your economic impact payment status and why you might not have received it just yet. The Pennsylvania Liquor Control Board now offers limited curbside pickup service at 176 locations statewide to serve more customers seeking wine and spirits while maintaining their social distance. Select stores will accept calls only for curbside pickup orders between 9 a.m. and 1 p.m. or until each store reaches the daily maximum number of orders, Monday through Saturday. Curbside pickups will be scheduled between 9 a.m. and 6 p.m. a few days after order placement, with ID needed for delivery pickup. Orders will be limited to up to 6 bottles per order by credit card only. Orders are also limited to 1 order per caller, per store, per day. All curbside pickup sales are final on a first-come, first-served basis. A list of those select locations can be found on their website. State police are investigating a theft from the New Ringgold Fire Company last week. Troopers say a large stainless steel refrigerator with 2 100-foot fire hoses was taken from behind the firehouse at 25 North Railroad Street last week. The suspect's vehicle involved in the theft was caught on camera during the incident. Anyone with information on the incident is being asked to contact PSP at Frackville at 570-874-5300. Coming up on Hazel Village's News Choice, we talk with the Family Support Alliance and Community and You, plus millions for Pennsylvania food banks. Stay with us.
Hey guys, it's Ray Merrill from Blaze Alexander Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram. If you want to take advantage of the President's Day sales event, get down here and see the savings. Save on Jeep Cherokee. Save over $4,000. Save over $5,000. Save over $5,000 on a Cherokee. Check out these prices on new rims. Save over $10,000. $10,000? $10,000? Holy smokes, what are you guys doing? And if a new one's not in your budget, check out the colors on these Jeeps. How about that Ram up there? So come take advantage of the savings at the President's Day sales event and see why we take the deals the other guys won't.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
S.J. Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond Contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Renai, and trained comfort specialists, call S.J. Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
Hello, I invite you to tune in for the next month. We're going to have one show about chiropractic care and COVID-19, how to physically, emotionally, and spiritually keep your mind and spirit strong, help you to fight this off and to beat it.
Welcome to Community and You, and today we're talking with Angela Little. And Angela, tell us the organization. Tell us what it's all about.
Pennsylvania Family Support Alliance is a statewide nonprofit, and we work to make sure that children are able to live and thrive and grow safe from abuse and neglect in Pennsylvania.
And one of the things that the organization is doing now is trying to bring some attention to people who across the Commonwealth help protect our children. And how are you going about doing that?
Well, we're in the midst of our Blue Ribbon Champion for Safe Kids campaign, and that means we're looking for those Blue Ribbon champions. And so we're asking the public to help us. We're searching for 2 volunteers and 2 employees who work with children and families, and then 1 member of the media. And basically, we know that a lot of folks do a lot of good things in Pennsylvania, but we're looking for ones who, in particular, in small and large ways, go above and beyond and make sure that kids are safe.
So this isn't the first year that you've done this then?
No, this is year number 3, and each year we're just thrilled to see the number of nominations that we get. So we're asking your viewing audience to participate by nominating folks they may know. It could be that someone has, done community service and volunteer work as a CASA volunteer. It could be an agency, children and youth worker who's really just gone above and beyond. It could be someone who, as a coach, did some exceptional things to make sure that kids were safe. It could be a member of the public who called Childline to report child abuse, and as a result, a child was spared from additional harm or maybe death.
And you also, teachers, because I would think that, you mentioned coaches, teachers, daycare workers, anybody like that?
Anybody like that. The truth is, all of us have a role to play in keeping kids safe. We're just looking for those folks who show up day in, day out, do the right thing to help kids, be as safe as they possibly can be.
And Angela, unfortunately, you have some very frightening numbers when you talk about children and safety.
Yeah, we've had 40 children last year killed because of abuse and neglect, and over 4,400 children were substantiated victims of child abuse in Pennsylvania. So the numbers are stark. They should be something of concern for all of us. And again, it should really activate us all into action so we understand that we have a role to play. We have to do something about this.
And again, it's not just in our immediate area. This is something that you're looking at across the state. So if someone is listening and or watching today and they're thinking, I might have somebody that I think I know, how do they go about making the nominations? And is there a cost?
Yeah, we want them to do that today. The clock is really ticking on this.
Look right in there and tell them.
February 25th is the deadline, and so we've made the process very easy. we want folks to go to pablueribbonchampion.org and fill out the nomination form. No cost. It's easy. It will only take a few minutes of your time. And then we have a statewide panel of judges that will be happy. They're going to review all the nomination forms, and we're going to pick some winners that we'll announce in April.
And we already have our blue ribbons on.
We already have our blue ribbons on.
And when someone gets nominated and if they win, what do they get?
Well, they get a phone call from me.
Ooh.
They get invited to the Capitol in Harrisburg to attend the awards ceremony, which is really a very high-quality event that brings together a lot of folks. And they get a nice award, and they get a lot of media coverage.
And that, for your organization, could be worth its weight in gold, because we would like everyone to know that you are championing for Pennsylvania kids. Angela Little, thank you.
Thank you.
And we certainly hope you'll get your nominations in today. Don't wait. And see you again on Community and You.
You've seen university advertising. A student like me pitching you the same old ideas. But I'm not gonna do that.
Instead, I'm gonna tell you what you can do with a Penn State degree. You can help anyone. Go anywhere. Create! And with 20 campuses to choose from, you'll always feel at home.
Look, Penn State is amazing, but your best years are just beginning. Come find out for yourself.
Coronavirus is now in our community and changing the way we live, but rest assured that your partners at Lehigh Valley Health Network are here for you. If you think that you have coronavirus or been exposed to someone who does, the most important thing you can do is stay home. Lehigh Valley Health Network is providing free screenings online and by phone. Complete an e-visit, call the MyLVHN hotline, or do an LVHN video visit. Know the symptoms, get the facts, and get screened from home at lvhn.org/COVID-19.
There are 125 used car dealers in town, but there's only one Chura's. Quality vehicle since 1954. Voted the best used car dealer. Check out their inventory, see something you like, take a test ride. Chura's Auto Sales. Call 570-454-7229.
Looking for information on the coronavirus pandemic? Make sure it's from a reliable source. Go to WYLNTV.com and click on the Lehigh Valley Health Network banner for the real facts about the coronavirus pandemic. And watch WYLN News live at 5:30 for updates on this ongoing crisis. The source matters now more than ever. WYLN, we're your local network.
Nearly $16 million in funding was announced by Governor Tom Wolf for food banks helping Pennsylvanians during the health crisis. The Pennsylvania Department of Agriculture received funding from the U.S. Department of Agriculture for the Emergency Food Assistance Program to provide critical support and food to PA food banks, and the Emergency Food Assistance Network, working to feed hundreds of thousands of Pennsylvanians. The department will also distribute $11.15 million in USDA foods to the state's food banks to distribute through their network of distribution sites. Visit agriculture.pa.gov/COVID for all the department's efforts. Pennsylvania State Police decided to cancel all of their 2020 summer programs, which include Camp Cadet and Sunny Day Camp. PSP is saddened by the decision to cancel such programs, but no, the decision is necessary to protect from further outbreaks that endanger our communities. That being said, this will probably impact their 2021 Troop N selection process, so they're asking for your patience. Applications and registration for the 2021 Troop N Camp Cadet and Sunny Day Camp programs will begin early January of 2021. All information regarding their summer programs can be found at troopncampcadet.com. Starting today, 14 regional United Ways from Northeastern and Central PA are teaming up with Eyewitness News, WBRE, WYOU for a joint fundraising campaign for the next 4 weeks. United Way Cares was created to help individuals and families in need of services during the ongoing COVID-19 crisis. A series of public service announcements will run during prime viewing hours on both their stations, along with regular live and recorded segments during PA Live, other news programming, their social media, and website, pahomepage.com. They'll drive viewers to a secure online giving portal where donors can select their local United Way, click a link, and support people in need in their own community. That link to donate is unitedtoact.org/UWCares. Fairwood Music Camp officials decided to cancel regular camp activities for the 2020 season. However, music director Phil Latella said plans are underway to turn the 2020 camp into a virtual event using the video platform Zoom. Fairwood encourages young musicians to continue practicing and hopes to have a gathering at the camp in the fall. They're looking at possibly conducting online lessons and allowing seniors to come back next year as campers. That's the news. Remember, the source matters now more than ever. You can get news updates on our WYLN News Facebook page or WYLNTV.com by clicking the LVHN banner for the real facts about COVID-19. Stay with us. A look at today's weather is next here on WYLN TV.
CARES is a local and family-owned agency dedicated to providing exceptional services for individuals with intellectual and